Hello team, welcome to the orientation session of performance testing live project. So uh, as the term live project, you will be having exposure to the real-time project in performance testing. So let's see today's agenda. What to expect, make the best out of this program, prerequisites, how does it work actually, what you will be learning at the end of the live project, or what will be your experience and what I will be needing from your side. Okay, so let's go one by one, and at the end any questions from your end. Okay, so that we can discuss all your queries at the end of your session. What to expect? So how to get exposed to the practical world and work in a real life world of performance testing. So team, by the live project, you will be able to get practical exposure to the real life performance testing. Like you will be working on, I will just open the word card so that word so that you will be able to know. Okay, I will just mention some points here so it will be easy for you. First of all, exposure to live scenario of performance testing. What does it mean? So you will be able to work on end-to-end phase of performance testing. End-to-end phase means like requirement gathering, then test planning, scripting, then execution, scenario design, execution, and reporting, analysis and reporting. Okay, so all these things will be done by the team and it will be done on the new version of Loadrunner. So you should have new version of Loadrunner installed on your machine. Okay, so like whenever we start with this phases, initially requirement and planning won't require Loadrunner, but yeah, from scripting we require Loadrunner. Okay, uh, team, as I have said, we will discuss all your queries at the end of the session. First we will go through the session and then we will have the questionnaires at the end. Okay, so all these things like end-to-end phase of performance testing, you will be working on your own and I will be there to guide you whenever you are stuck. Okay, next, interacting and working with teams. Now you would be thinking like here how you would be doing that. Not here, I will just give an real-time scenario how it works. Uh, See, whenever any project comes for performance testing, I will just mention PT for performance testing. There are various teams involved, like application team, database team. So application team will have look at the application related issues, app server, database team, then web server team, and any team, other team, like which is required for performance testing or during execution of that particular performance testing activity. Okay. So, and obviously the performance testing team which will perform all the requirements. Okay. So what happens, see, whenever an application comes to you, say, first of all, the performance testing team will go through, like, the client will provide some of the requirements. He wants like 100 user load, V user load. V stands for virtual users. Then less than say 5 seconds response time for all transaction, and he will just give an application overview somewhat, like what is this application about. Okay, now you have this information, only handful of information. What to do next? You need to go to the application team to tell that you need understanding, more understanding of the application. And here also sometimes business scenarios are mentioned which you want to test for performance testing. If that is not mentioned, if this is not mentioned, we send requirement gathering questionnaire, okay, to client. In that, all related questions related to your applications are there. It's kind of general questionnaire which you can use for any project, performance testing project. Okay. So once this is done, you start working on your application, like performance testing application. You send requirement gathering to the client. He fills up some information and give back to you. If you want any more information, again you send back it to the client, asking that he should provide more details or you require more information on the application. Okay, so once we start with the requirement gathering, you will be able to know what questionnaire we are talking about, or if you have gone through the videos, you must be knowing the requirement gathering questionnaire. Okay, so many teams uh, are involved for performance testing activities. Okay, okay. So next, documentation and processes. So you must be thinking why documentation and all is required here. So documentation actually means Here, as I am talking about the requirement gathering phase, test planning phase, test planning. So in this, you require documentation. Like what kind of documentation? Say, suppose this is the requirement gathering phase. You send questionnaire to the client. Okay, so you need to prepare. Like based on, if you don't have the template, you need to prepare on your own, thinking, okay, what would be the questions you would ask to the client. Okay, so this requires documentation. Once you gather all your requirements in the requirement gathering phase, you put it down together in the test plan. So this is again the documentation. One more thing, like during requirement gathering phase, we gather information related to which scenario we want to test. So like for performance testing, we require detailed steps of the scenario. So again, this would be requiring documentation. Okay. So once this is over, we do the scripting, we do design scenario. Okay. So design scenario is done, we do execution. After execution and analysis, we need to prepare a report. So again, that will require documentation. Okay. So like not I can say for each and every phase, yeah, but for most of the phases, you would need to have the documentation for that particular like phase. Okay. So here, as I said, in the requirement gathering, you send questions to the client. In test planning, you put all the information gathered in the requirement gathering phase. Okay. So basically, this is a sign off between you, performance testing team, and between the performance testing team and the client. Okay. So whatever is agreed upon is put down in the test plan. So only that particular activity needs to be done. Like only that scenario needs to be tested. Only that type of performance testing needs to be executed. Okay. Next, handling assignments and tasks. Like say suppose in performance testing team only, you have 4 to 5 people working on the same project. Okay. Excuse me. So one, say there are 10 scenarios. So 10 scenarios will be divided among 5 people. So 2 scenarios will be done by one person. Okay. So this is of like handling assignments and tasks. The team lead, the main like mainly does the requirement gathering and test planning, and the members below the team lead will be able to do the scripting, then scenario design, execution, analysis. This particular type of, you can say, structure is differ or will differ from organization to organization. Okay. Structure of team differs from organization to organization. Even like handling some assignment tasks also will differ. Template would differ of test plan, questionnaire, will be differing. Okay. Then overcoming challenges and issues. Uh, okay. Say you are working on a project. It would not be a smooth project. You will get some issues in between and have some challenges. So team, whatever challenges you get, you need to work as a team and overcome those challenges. Like what kind of challenges I'm talking about? Say for example, uh, I'm taking an example in scripting. Okay, say you are working on script. The scenario that is given. Okay, you get some error that the table or the data type is failing. You are not knowing. This is the first time you have encountered this kind of error. What you will do? You need to find it out. You need to debug your script. It's not like that, okay, you are just relying on the other person. No. You need to work as a team here and you need to get resolve those issues and overcome the challenges. Okay. So like this is the example just I'm giving. There are various other errors or challenges might come because initially as a beginner to the performance testing project, obviously you will be getting some challenges. As and when you get experience, you will be feeling confident about yourself. Okay. And lastly, it's all about you, less about me. As I have said, you as a team would be working on and I would be guiding. So the exposure, the hands-on practical exposure will be over to you team. Okay? So you need to work end to end. You need to interact within yourself and do the performance testing live project. Okay? So next, let's move to the next slide. Make the best out of this program. How to make best out of this program? So, uh, you need to watch videos. Okay, just a second. You need to watch the videos like the videos of the performance testing live training. Wherever, say, if you are not clear about the concepts, you will not be able to directly jump to the project. First of all, you need to go to the training videos like first of all what is performance testing actually. Then there are various concepts, types of performance testing, how do we do requirement gathering, how do we do scripting, optimize. So all the things are covered in the videos of performance testing live training. Okay. Read the document, say some information you need extra. So please go through the online documents. Google, you can Google it if it is not available in the training part. But most all things are covered. This is I'm talking if you have some extra want to have some extra knowledge. Okay, so you can go through the documents, you can go through the links in Google. Next, repeat and practice. See, you will be achieving by repeating the excellence by repeating and practicing the things. It's not like that, okay, you do it for once, okay, and done. No. You need to keep updated yourself regarding the different concepts, regarding the different like optimization and all the things. You need to practice, okay, and work with the project team. So, say suppose uh, one member is not getting how to do. It's not like that, okay, you need to ask me. First discuss within your team, and then if it is not able to solve, definitely I am there to guide you. Okay. Next, prerequisites. Okay. You need to be IT Learn performance testing premium member. Like you will be getting all these things, videos and all if you are a member, and watch performance testing videos. Take notes and understand the concept clearly so that it won't be any issue during the live project. Like say suppose I say stress testing. If you know what is stress testing, you will be able to decide the scenario for stress testing. You don't need to search here and there. So basically what I am telling, you should be clear of the concept. Okay. Next is, how does it work? Okay. So as I have said, first of all, there are different activities, phases involved, requirement gathering. I will just mention it again so that different phase of performance testing, okay, requirement gathering, okay, requirement gathering phase, then just a second, requirement gathering, test planning, okay, then test planning, then script creation, okay, then okay, script creation, then optimization. Like this is not a phase, but you need to do it, okay. In script creation only I will mention it, optimization of the script, then scenario design. So all these phases, scenario design, then execution, analysis, and reporting. So introduction, how does it work? I will, first of all, I will just go through the points mentioned and then we will see. Introduction to the project, high level plan. So introduction to the project means we are gathering requirement, we are taking the overview of the project, of the application, okay. High level plan, that is the test plan we prepare. Then roles and responsibilities. So as I said, in a team there will be many members. So all will be having their individual roles and responsibility. Like some will be the team lead, some will be working on the script. So these are the roles and responsibilities in your live project in the organization. Here you would be working as a team. No one will be lead. So whenever like any team is stuck, I will be there to guide you. Then AUT, that is application under test. You need to have detailed understanding of your application and scenario which you want, which needs to be like performance tested. Then scope of testing, like which type of performance test you want to perform, whether it's only related to load, or they want to find the breaking point, or they want to see the durability of the application. So depending on what is your requirement or what is the client requirement, you need to decide on different things, okay? And time frame, like what is the time required to complete the project. Okay, like 4 weeks or 2 weeks. So depending on how many scenarios are there and how like you might face challenges in between the scripting also. Say uh, for each and every phase you need to give the time, like for say requirement gathering, say 2 days, okay? Then test planning, say 4 days, because you need to put up the things in the test plan and then get it approved from the client. So it might take some time. But even if this takes time, it won't hamper your other phases. Okay, you can start working on once at least it's decided like which scenarios and what type of performance tests you need to perform. You can move on further. Then in script creation, this might take time might take time depending on the number of scenarios for performance testing. Okay. Okay. So it might be like 2 weeks, because just a second. Sure, sure. Okay. So might take time depending on the number of scenarios for the performance testing. Like here you should be confirming that your application is stable, okay, and you are not getting any functional issues for that particular application. Now it's fine. Now you are able to hear properly. Please let me know, team. Okay, thank you. So different phase will take different number of days, depending, and you need to decide. If the application is complex, you are thinking that you should have a buffer time, then definitely you keep buffer time, because whatever, say suppose you have mentioned, just a second, someone is, okay, so all the different phase will have different time limit. Next is, yes, tell me team, all able to hear me properly? Please let me know. Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is about how does it work. Okay, we will move to the next slide. At the end of the live project, what you will be learning. You will get the practical exposure. At the end, live presentation by the team should be done. Here, like I'm mentioning team. So whenever we start with a project, the entire team will be divided into two groups depending on the location and the time. Okay. So that I will be telling you in the next slide what I need from you. But then as a team, two teams, you would be working with your team, and then uh, trying to resolve any challenges or issue, and working together on the scripting, requirement gathering, test planning. And at the end, like whatever you have done, you need to do, give live presentation team wise. Okay. Then resume project, like you can put this project in your resume as like you have worked on this particular performance testing project. Okay. Then teamwork, you will be able to understand like how the team works, and you would be having exposure. Okay. As I've said, practical exposure means hands-on, handling issues and tasks, prioritizing, like prioritizing the task, what first you should take up, what should you take afterwards, and all those things. 2 to 5 weeks of focus, and weekly group meeting we can have it. So if any team is stuck in between, I will be able to guide you properly, like how should we proceed and all. Okay. So what next? What I need? Your name, email, phone, location, and timing. So team, I will be uploading the Excel sheet in the site, and then you need to put all the details in this particular sheet. So I can divide by the timing and the location into two teams. Okay. So only this information I will be needing from your side. And lastly, any questions from your side? So now please let me know if you have any questions. Team, any questions from your side? Okay. Okay. Please type in the chat window if you have any questions. You need to type in the chat window. No, you please put your questions here if you have any right now. Okay. When is the start date? We would be starting first. Like initially, requirement gathering and all those things will be covered. Okay. But you should be clear of your concepts. Any more questions? Please let me know, team, so that I can answer your queries. Okay, there is question coming in. Who is the contact person? Like for uh, what reason? Like, can you please specify uh, re- all details related to performance testing project? I will be the contact person. So yeah, that's what. When we start up with the project, we would be having weekly meeting. So whatever your queries will be there regarding the phases that we are working on, you can post, you can share in the weekly meeting. Okay? No, the fee and stuff will be, you need to contact the IT Learn team who sees to it. Regarding that, I won't be able to tell you anything. You need to contact the team. Okay? Next is, are we using Loadrunner or Jmeter for the live project? We are using Loadrunner, the latest version, new version. Okay? So you need to install on your machine before we start the project. Any more questions, team? Okay, one question coming in. Do you generally have one-to-one training? Um, no, this is the team. Okay, but yeah, see, you would be watching the videos and all, so you would be having all the concepts clear. And if you have any doubt, I am there in the weekly meetings whenever we keep, so you can ask your doubts, clarify your doubts. Any more questions? Okay, I think no one has any questions still. We will wait for 5 minutes. If anyone has any questions, please ask so that I can answer you. Okay, 1st December. Yes. Okay, I think no one has now any questions. We will stop here. Thank you so much, team, for your time.